Hello, fellow human light beings. This is Mahadev the Thunder Wizard. Welcome back to the Thunder Wizard YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a live guided interdimensional meditation to bring the Solar Flash 5D event. First thing I want you to do, as always, in order to change reality, is first question your reality and then change it. We must put ourselves in the mindset of stopping at nothing to destroy the dark force elites that have all of humanity and Earth herself in a horrific psychopathic grip. Hello, welcome back to the channel. All right, so today we are going to do a live interdimensional meditation. And my understanding, based on my meditations and my instincts, is that we must have an attitude of no compromise. So I want you to be thinking about all of the aspects of this world that is unacceptable to you. Nobody in planet Earth should have to worry about having a place to live. Nobody on planet Earth should have to worry about where they're going to get their next meal. Nobody on planet Earth should worry about their safety. Nobody on planet Earth should worry about where they can get resources. Nobody on planet Earth should spend their life doing things that don't personally empower them and others. And this is the world that we live in. It's becoming increasingly more difficult, even in places that aren't getting bombed or destroyed for reasons unknown. Even in the so-called civilized, wealthy places in the world, it is getting harder and harder for people just to get through life, just to function. The vice grip is getting stronger and stronger and leaving people less and less room. There's all kinds of other things that are going on that we're not able to talk about, but you already know what they are. So my understanding is that now is the time that we can change things. And the way that we change things is with our intent. But you must be clear on what you want. And this third dimension is coming to an end. As you've heard me say many times, I won't belabor it. But this third dimension that we live in is a construct. It is an experiment for the soul. And the cosmos has learned everything that it can learn from the third dimension. And so what should be happening right now, if the human race had gone the way it was originally intended, which was to follow a spiritual path, to understand that this reality is, as the Vedics put it, this is Maya, this is an illusion. We were slated originally when this 3D world was created. Human beings at this stage were supposed to have this understanding, and we would be actually so spiritually evolved that the shift would come naturally, because we would be letting go. We would be consciously releasing our attachment to this third dimensional reality. And so when the solar flash energy, which is hitting Earth, hit Earth, humans would naturally shift up to the next level. But that isn't what's happening. The powers that be, as you know, are manipulating human instinct to stay attached to the illusion. And so as a result, the shift is very challenging. And human beings are fighting back. Those who are in power, the dark force psychopaths who are in power, are doing things like bombing, destroying innocent people, starting wars, creating fear, doing a bunch of other things, again, we can't talk about on this channel. And human beings are responding to those threats from their third dimensional instinct, because they've been trained not to understand, not to believe that we are spiritual beings first and physical beings second. So we as humans must choose to delete this third dimensional reality. And so that is what we are going to focus on today. We are going to focus on bringing that higher dimensional energy is in similar fashion as we have the last couple of live meditations. And I want you to understand that the attitude that we must have is one of no compromise. So what is going to happen is that as this energy hits planet Earth is going to shift up. And human beings will respond based on where their focus is. If they are focused on the illusion of the third dimension and they resist the shift to higher dimensions, they will have a very challenging time and they will shift down to a lower version. There will be people who will continue to be in the middle, what we call the third dimension, and that will be a very challenging place to be. And then there will be people who will flow with the shift, who understand and want to create this shift, and they will shift to a higher version of what we are now calling 5D. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'd like for you to just have that understanding and really be thinking about not only the things that you want to get rid of, but have no compromise. You know, when I teach people how to create their perfect career, I teach them how to have no compromise in their fantasy world. So we create a fantasy world and I tell them it's not real, don't think about this being real, it's just an exercise, but I really push them to fantasize about something completely, totally improbable, impossible, wrong, silly, stupid, selfish. But the main point is that you focus on what gives you the greatest joy. And once you're aware of what that is, because you have to be in a state to truly see that, you have to be in a state of no compromise. Because compromise says, well, okay, but the world says I have to have a job, and the world says I have to do this thing called money, and the world says I have to get a in my arm, and I have to do all these things in order to be accepted. So we try and do half and half in the middle, and that's not going to work. So fantasize without any compromise whatsoever. Be willing to live in a fairy land where the impossible happens and everybody loves each other, and you can, like I said, flying unicorns that poop out Skittles, whatever it is that is your greatest fantasy. Imagine you doing, creating, being something completely implausible, completely impossible. You only see it in fantasy movies or in little kids' dreams and fantasies. That is where we need to be. And in order to be in that place, we must be completely, totally unwilling to compromise, unwilling to do anything that crushes our spirit. And so when we're at that level of frequency, that frequency will destroy. It will completely destroy the third dimensional illusion as we know it. So that's what we're going to do today. And again, when we chant the Huar mantra that you hear in the background, again, somebody brought it to my attention and said it was jarring. And I've been thinking about that. And there's something that my voice does that I don't plan to do, which is I go into that throat singing weird, in between octave thing. You shouldn't try and copy that, because I'm not doing that on purpose. For whatever reason, this mantra, my voice does that. But that place where my voice, bounces back and forth like that, I've come to believe that is that jarring space that somebody mentioned. They might have thought they were, criticizing it, but that's exactly what should be. Imagine Earth shaking, and that shaking, creates a shift where the two different frequencies separate. And we are separating the lies from the truth. We are separating joy from pain. We are separating self-devaluation from self-love. We are separating divinity from this three-dimensional video game. And I'll shut up with this and then we'll get into the meditation. But I want you to remember again the true history of human beings and planet Earth. Human beings are divine, omnipotent beings of light who have chosen to take their infinite energy and to put it into a third dimensional projection and to forget who they are and to create a completely fictional person. John Smith grew up in Spokane, Washington, and does this for a living and grew up there. That is all of that. Who you think you are is a fictional character that your deity self created so that you would have an avatar in this video game. So we are going to shift out of that avatar when we go into our astral bodies. And when we do this meditation, we will be operating from our truly divine self, which will be in true reality. We won't experience it that way because we're still in our 3D mind and body, and we will think that we're sort of, fantasizing and maybe a little fuzzy. Maybe we get some powerful feelings, but it will feel like it's sort of out there. But trust me, outside of this third dimension, which is true reality, you will be seen as this enormous, infinite, omnipotent, powerful being. And all of the light beings and the deities that are going to be working with us are going to see you as you truly are. So all you have to do is relax and intend that perfect reality. If you feel the intuition to free the enslaved humans on this earth and to destroy the grip of the psychopathic elites, you can put that intention in. Or you can just simply focus on bringing joy, bringing awakening, or imagine yourself in your perfect fantasy world. All of that will work. When we send that energy to planet Earth, it will begin to shift and that separation will happen. And the sun is lined up so that there is now a huge sunspot that is again staring directly at Earth. And my intention is to turn that thing on and get this energy coming from the sun directly towards our planet. But let's just keep our minds open and focus on connecting to higher dimensions and sharing that with others. With that, we'll go ahead and get started with the meditation. So bring yourself to wherever you are most comfortable. Feel free to sit in a chair if you don't want to fall asleep. Sit upright in a chair. If you need to, sit on the edge of the chair so that you're not leaning up against anything. And to do that again, you want to have your chin down and looking in front of you so that the back of your neck will be straight. Last thing you want to do is be like this. So to sit like that, you can sit in a chair like I'm doing. Lie down on the floor, lie down on the couch, bed, whatever makes you happy. Put something over your eyes if it's bright. Put on headphones, whatever you choose. So now let's go ahead and do that. So bring yourself to your comfortable position. Let's take a deep breath in and hold it. Inhale. And exhale. Let it all go. Inhale once again. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Hold it. And exhale. Let it all go. Release it all. Let it all out. Now just breathe long and deep. Focus on your greatest desire. Focus on your greatest happiness. And you can also be sending out an invitation to all human beings to join us in this endeavor. So have an intention, if you choose to have this meditation expand so that we have hundreds, thousands, millions of people eventually doing this with us. Whatever your focus is, let's go ahead and allow the power of Earth to pull you towards herself. We call this gravity. This is her embrace. She loves you so much, she won't let you fly away. So let her embrace pull you towards her heart. Sink deeper into the chair, deeper into the couch, the bed, the floor. Continue to breathe long and deep. And in a moment, we are going to begin chanting the Huar breath so that we can stimulate and activate the pineal gland, which is our transceiver to higher dimensions. So go ahead and inhale and begin chanting with me. Inhale. attention back to the sound of my voice. We're now ready to activate our subtle body, our energy body. Focus on your heart center and allow the energy to begin swirling, moving. This is where your soul resides. This is the part of you that is completely omnipotent, infinite. This is the part of you that is always connected to higher dimensional awareness and is not attached by anything on this planet. Allow your energy to come out of your heart, float up above your body, look down on your body, and send your body gratitude and love and healing. Be aware that this body is a vehicle that allows your soul to interact in three-dimensional space-time. Send your body all of the love and gratitude that you can muster. And then allow yourself to be pulled up towards the ceiling. You feel an energy pulling you up through the ceiling, through the roof. You're now looking down on the roof of your home, and you are being pulled up further and further into the sky. You can look down and see your home. You can see your neighborhood. You go up further and further, you can see the city that you live in. You can see the state that you live in. You go further and further up, you can see the country that your state is in. You can see the continent on which your country is. You go higher and higher and higher. Now you're way up in the atmosphere, and you can see that this earth is in fact a globe. You break through Earth's gravitational field and her atmosphere. You are now floating in interplanetary space, and you are no longer bound by the third dimension. All of the issues, all of the problems, all of the illusions you have left behind, they're down beneath you on planet Earth. And from here you can see that Earth is in fact a being. She is very powerful and she is very loving. However, she has been dealing with a lot of negativity for a very long time. And we send in to her intention that we are going to free her from the negativity that she's had to endure. And while we are floating out here in space, looking at our mother, the earth, we look and we find where the sun is. So look towards the sun, realizing that the sun is your mother as well, and she is sending love in all directions. The light that comes from her is pure love, unconditional love. So tell her how much you love her, how much you appreciate her. This makes her extremely happy. Do this now. And now we look around for the moon. And when you find the moon, thank the moon for his ability to empower your mind, give you the power of meditation, reflection, and gives you the ability to balance your emotions. Go ahead and thank him for this now. And now we're going to invite our spirit guides to join us. If you know the name of your spirit guide, you can go ahead and ask them to come to you now. If you've never done this before, you simply send out the mental invitation to invite the higher dimensional light being who has been assigned to guide you in this life. Go ahead and do this now. And while you have your guide in front of you, go ahead and ask to be empowered. Ask for any advice, any knowledge, any wisdom, any message that they might have for you. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are now going to send out an invitation to all conscious beings in the universe. This includes light beings who are in higher dimensions that we would consider extraterrestrials. They have bodies, they live in other galaxies, other planets, but nevertheless they are light beings and they are here to help us. We are going to ask for them to come and join us. We are going to ask for any non-physical beings of light, angels, guides, demigods who wish to come and help us empower the earth and to shift all of the human race to the next level. We are also going to send out invitation to all of the gods. These are light beings who live in very high dimensional states, who do not have physical bodies, who have tremendous power, and we are going to ask them to come and bring us their power and their higher vibrational love for us. So go ahead and do this now. Send out this invitation for all beings of light in the entire multiverse to come and help us in this very important work we are doing. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. I felt a very strong, higher dimensional electromagnetic response to that. We are in the presence of all of the light beings in the multiverse. We are now going to allow ourselves to pull further and further away from planet Earth. We are going to rise up above our solar system to the level of being able to just look down on our galaxy. We're going to look down on our galaxy, and we see in the center of our galaxy there is a very bright concentration of stars. This is in fact a black hole. And for those of you who are astrologers, you know that this is the source. This is what many people might call God. Certainly it is the God of our galaxy. We are going to make our way to the center of this galaxy, and we are going to ask that this being release the most powerful gamma radiation, the most powerful consciousness energy directly into the center of our sun, so that the sun may release it onto our planet. We are going to do this with all of the gods and all of the light beings that are coming with us. So now focus on this area, and now let us begin to fly towards it. And as we come towards the edge of it, we are going to stop in front of this incredibly bright concentration of stars, and we are going to absorb this energy. While we are here absorbing this incredibly sacred, holy energy, we are going to allow it to transform us. We are going to allow our consciousness to merge with this consciousness of pure mind, which is an energy of emptiness. This is an energy without personal attachment, without personal agenda. This again would be similar to the idea of the mind of God. So let us just sit here and we are going to absorb this energy. As you inhale, imagine this energy coming directly into your consciousness and expanding you. Inhaling this power in, exhaling it out into the entire multiverse. We are now breathing with the entire multiverse. As we expand and then exhale this energy out, all of consciousness expands with us. But you are the catalyst that is creating this. This is how powerful you are. All of these beings, including the deities, are benefiting from you expanding your light, expanding your consciousness. Inhaling, exhaling. And now, before we enter into this very sacred space, we are going to address the being that is the ruling deity of this place. And we are going to ask that this being give us a special energy transmission, which will shift us to a place of pure, unfettered, pure consciousness without attachment, pure unconditional love, pure unconditional awareness. So allow this, the consciousness of this being to come forth. Let it manifest in front of you in whatever way you imagine or you feel. You might not see anything, you might feel something. Doesn't matter what your experience is, I guarantee you this is happening. And now with this being in front of us, we are going to ask, in your own words, you're going to say, please transmit to me the energy of your essence, the energy of your being. Do this now in your own words. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And now what I'd like for you to do is to repeat back to this entity what it showed you or what it told you. It's important that you do this because when you repeat it, when you voice it, it becomes true. So in your mind, repeat back to this being what you saw, what you felt, what you heard. Do this now. Now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. You can continue this conversation at any time. All you have to do is just think about it, and you can be back here and continue this expansive process. For now, what we are going to do is we are going to take this energy and we are going to send it directly into the center of our sun. We are going to do this by flying into the center of this black hole, which is actually a portal, an interdimensional portal, which will go wherever we choose. We are going to choose to go to the center of our sun, and we are going to bring this extremely high vibrational energy directly to the heart of the sun. So we allow ourselves to fall into this very bright center of our galaxy, which we find out very quickly is in fact a portal. We go through into this portal, we find ourselves going into a wormhole, and we feel as though we're on a roller coaster. We're going into all kinds of different directions and looping around and turning around and up and down. And before we know it, we then explode and find ourselves in the center of our sun. And it is incredibly bright here, and there is what looks like a tornado of pure white energy in the center of the sun, moving very fast. This is where our sun creates all of the energy which eventually becomes light that comes to us. We are going to surround this centrifuge in the center of the sun, all of the beings that are here, and we are going to focus out of our third eye and send this higher dimensional energy directly into the center of the sun. And as we do so, we are going to chant the Huar breath. Take a deep breath and begin chanting with me. Inhale. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Continue breathing long and deep, imagining this extremely concentrated energy is forming in the center of our sun. It is like a pearl of very powerful energy. It's expanding. It's merging with the sun's energy. And the sun is now doing her work to refine this energy, make it available to be sent directly to Earth. We are going to leave her to do her job, and whatever beings choose to stay to help her with this. This will be released later when we surround the Earth and we chant again. The sun will release this energy towards Earth. For now, she needs to process it. So we are going to allow ourselves to back out of the sun with reverence. We send her our love and our gratitude. Now we are going to get some more very powerful energy. So we are going to now look for Jupiter. Look for the planet Jupiter. When you see Jupiter, turn and begin flying towards Jupiter. I can feel huge amounts of energy as we have begun doing this. We are now flying towards Jupiter, and we stop all of the light beings, all of the gods that are with us. We are now in front of Jupiter. Jupiter is the priest. Jupiter is the protector. But when Jupiter goes retrograde, Jupiter becomes the lightning god. And when Jupiter is the lightning god, even Mars trembles. There is nothing more powerful than the pure, electrifying, purifying light of Jupiter's gaze. There are a number of very powerful beings that live here, and they live here and they worship and they meditate, and they are constantly sending out protective energy to all beings in the multiverse. We are going to ask them to come and join us. So with reverence, I'd like for you to point your energy towards Jupiter. And in your own words, you are going to ask these very powerful beings with all of their spiritual technology to come out and join us in what we are about to do. Do this now in your own words. Now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are going to chant a different seed sound for a moment. This is going to be the seed sound of Jupiter. It is the seed sound of lightning. It is the seed sound of destruction of negativity. That sound is Thung. T-H-O-O-N-G. Thung. We are going to chant this together, and as we do, these very powerful beings are going to channel Jupiter's lightning energy into our energy bodies. Take a deep breath in and chant with me. Thung. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Breathe long and deep. This is very powerful energy. Be sure that you relax and allow this energy to flow through you. This energy will destroy any consciousness, any energy that seeks to destroy your boundaries. So in this moment, it's very important that you be willing to let go of any codependent attachment to other people's approval. Whether that be the approval of your family, your friends, your spouse, the universe, God, the government, religion, the economy. Let go of the need to be accepted by anything outside of your own spirit. This is the power of lightning. This is pure life force energy. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. We are now going to ask that these Jupiterian protector, shaman, priest beings, that they leave their post for a brief time and that they follow us through our continued work, eventually back to Earth to free the Earth. We're going to ask that they bring their lightning energy, their protective energy to help us. So go ahead and do this now in your own words. And now bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Bear in mind that this energy that we are about to release is very powerful. And we must be focused on releasing our attachments to anything that does not serve our soul. All you need to do is have that intention to release any attachment that no longer serves you. And I feel a lot of good energy from that. Thank you for doing that. All right, we have one other stop to make before we go to Earth. We're now going to look for the planet Mars. Look around until you see the planet Mars. And now all of us, including now the thunder beings from Jupiter, we are all going to fly toward Mars, and we float outside orbiting Mars. So many beings now surrounding Mars. We are going to invite all of the powerful beings of Mars. I know that my friends, the mantis beings, are stationed here as well. These are the protectors, the warriors of the universe, and we need their power to go and destroy the dark force psychopathic elites. So we are now going to ask them to come and be with us. I'm going to chant the seed sound for Mars, and that is the sound Rang, R-A-N-G, Rang. I'm going to chant this only 3 times. Go ahead and chant with me. Inhale. Now what I'd like for you to do is, as you look at this incredibly powerful army of light beings, many of whom are mantis beings. These are the beings who have channeled every single powerful spiritual practice having to do with life force energy, especially that which destroys negativity. These are the beings who have channeled all of the Mao Shan practices to humans, Tai Chi, Qigong, all of the practices that destroy negativity, that is used in exorcisms. These are among the beings who have given this to human beings. We are going to ask them to join us, but before we do, what I would like for you to do is to tell these beings the horrors that are being inflicted upon innocent humans. Talk to them about the ways that you have been abused. Talk to them about the things that you have seen, the horrors of war, the horrors of abuse, the horrors that have been inflicted upon us by those who merely see us as pawns to be used, chewed up, and spit out. In your own words, spend a few moments telling them why we need their help and why the psychopathic abusers must be defeated. Do this now in your own words. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. And now just spend a moment breathing and allowing these beings to reflect back to you how valuable you are. So in this moment, what I'd like for you to do is to ask these beings, these light beings, these protectors, to reveal to you your true essence, your true value, and to free you from the bondage of self-devaluation, fear, insecurity. Go ahead and in your own words, give them permission to heal this within you and ask for their protection. Do this now. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And exhale. Now we're going to chant the Huar breath 3 times, and as we do, we are going to expel from within us all self-hatred, all insecurity, all fear. Inhale with me and chant. Attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, now we are all going to head back to Earth. That is, all of the light beings, all of the extraterrestrials, all of the demigods, all of the gods, the powerful beings from Jupiter, the army from Mars. We are now going to take all of this power and we're going to bring it to Earth. Mother Sun has been holding on to this energy, waiting for us. She can barely hold herself together. So now look for Earth, see Earth in the distance. Let us all begin flying towards our Mother, the Earth. And we now surround her. All of these different beings. In front of us are the warriors. We are the second in line surrounding Earth. We, light being humans. Behind us are all of the gods, the extraterrestrials, all of the light beings from all of the densities, all of the dimensions. And we now give the nod towards Mother Earth. So in your own words, go ahead and ask Mother Earth to release this higher dimensional energy. Do this now. Excuse me, Mother Sun. Ask the Sun to release this energy towards Earth. Do this now. And now we focus back onto our Earth. As this very intense solar energy begins racing towards our planet, we are now going to focus on Mother Earth. And just for a moment, send out love to her all the way to the center of her essence, and tell her that she has our permission to shift into 3 different frequencies to save all of the planets, animals, and all of the light-being humans who wish to ascend up, and to shift to a lower version for those that are psychopathic and destructive and still hanging on, or those who are still choosing to stay trapped in the 3rd dimensional earth. We are going to give them permission to create their own reality. For those in the middle who need a little more time, we're going to allow them to stay in a version of 3D. Go ahead now and send this energy. Tell Mother Earth she has our permission to begin to separate these frequencies. Do this now. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Now we are going to chant the Huar breath again. All of the light beings and the deities are going to be doing this with us. When we chant this, I want you to send an initial command to the armies of Mars, which are led by the mantis beings. We are going to give them permission. We are going to give them the command to go down to earth and begin fighting on our behalf, destroying the hold of the psychopathic elites, and to send their very powerful energy, which has the power to either awaken human beings to their higher dimensional self, or to force them to run and hide. Go ahead before we chant and just mentally send this command to the armies of Mars. Do this now. Now we are going to chant the Huar breath. All of the light beings are going to be chanting with us. We're going to send this energy like a very high vibrational blue energy, like a laser, directly into the center of the planet, and it's going to begin to expand until the entire Earth begins to split into 3 different frequencies. Inhale and chant with me. attention back to the sound of my voice. We have released an incredibly huge amount of energy. So what we are going to do now is we are going to allow all of the light beings to continue to do whatever work it is they're doing. The mantis beings will continue to fight their war against the dark force elites. But now we need to release the light beings to do healing, because this will be potentially very challenging for many people. So now we just relax and we release all of the beings to do their job. Go ahead and give the command to release them to go wherever they need to go, to do whatever they need to do. Do this now. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We now are going to go to a place of healing for ourselves. So we look away from planet Earth very briefly and we see very pleasing, pulsating, rainbow-colored light off in the distance, which is pulsating different beautiful colors, and we begin to fly towards that. We come upon this very beautiful and healing orb, and we ask permission to enter. Do this now. And we are given permission, and we allow ourselves to go into this beautiful healing light. You can feel the vibration. You might even be able to hear some beautiful sounds, perhaps even some music. And these waves of rainbow healing energy is passing through us. And what we are going to do now is we're just going to breathe long and deep, allowing this energy to heal and to balance and to strengthen us. Inhaling very deeply. And exhaling, just breathe long and deep. Release any pain you might still be holding on to. There might be some traumas that you've perhaps not looked at or maybe avoided, or perhaps they've just come to your conscious awareness. Release any trauma, release any pain. Forgive anybody that you remember that has harmed you. Send them to this light. Wish them well. Most importantly, realize that you have permission now to let go of your third dimensional limitations. You have the freedom to let go of your third dimensional character. And what we are going to do is we are going to ask this light to, over time, to the extent that we are able, to reveal to us over the next days and weeks who we truly are in our higher dimensional self. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. And bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. We are going to thank this light, and we are going to now back slowly out of it. We say goodbye to this space of healing. We turn and we look on our home planet Earth, and we can see from a distance there is a huge amount of energy flying towards Earth. There's a huge amount of energy radiating and vibrating and expanding off of Earth. There's all kinds of activity. We're now going to make our way back towards Earth. And before we do, we stop outside of Earth. And your guides are still with you. You are going to ask them to give you any last minute instructions, any last minute messages or encouragements. Go ahead and do this now in your own words. Bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. One last thing we're going to do before we go back to Earth is we are going to ask our guides to look us in the eyes and to show us, to see us as we truly are. So just take a moment to try and look them in the eyes and to see what they see when they look at you. Do this now. Take a deep breath in and breathe in what you're seeing. And exhale. And now repeat back to your guides what you see in their eyes as to who you are. And now we're going to begin our descent back into Earth. All of our light being friends have been given permission and they've moved off to wherever they need to go. Your guides, of course, are always with you. They're going to come back with you to Earth. So we begin our descent, and as I'm descending back into Earth's atmosphere, I can see all kinds of colors, rainbow colors, energy shooting and moving in all kinds of directions. This really beautiful rainbow-hued energy is shining and pulsating off of Earth into all directions out into infinity. We begin to continue to fall down into Earth's atmosphere. We're now into Earth's magnetic field. I can feel a huge amount of energy going through me. And we are going down further and further. You can see the continent upon which you live. You can see the country that you live in. You get closer and closer. You see the state that you live in. Closer and closer to Earth, you can see the city that you live in. You can see your hometown. And now we're right above our home. You can feel the safety of being in your own home. You float down through the roof and now just hover above your body. Your body is buzzing with, again, this beautiful rainbow energy that's coming off, pulsating in all directions. The cells of your body are changing. The DNA of your body is changing. Send love and gratitude to your physical body. Imagine seeing your body as you would like it to be. Perfect health, perfect strength, perfect youth. Your body feels good. It feels comfortable. All of the cells of your body are happy. All of the organs are functioning well. Your brain is evolving and expanding. The pineal gland has been switched on. Just imagine your perfect physical body just for a moment. Now allow yourself to slowly descend back into your physical body. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale once again. Exhale. Inhale one last time. Hold. And exhale. Rub the palms of your hands together. Place the palms on the eyes. Feel the warmth of your palms on your eyes. Inhale that heat into your brain and all the way down into your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Rub your eyes. Rub your face, your scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck, shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, back, legs, butt, thighs. Open and close your hands. Bring yourself completely back into your physical body. All right. So that was whatever that was. As always, this was a big one. So what is going to be helpful is to make sure that you allow this energy over the next couple days for sure to expand into your body, allow your body and your mind the ability to ingest it and to digest it, to expand into it. Don't take anything too seriously. If you can, go take a walk on the beach, go walk in the forest, go take a bath with salt, get a massage, relax, don't do anything heavy. And of course, continue to do the practices. For those of you, if you're having powerful experiences, I encourage you to go to the live Zoom class and discussion group with me. You can do that by subscribing at thunderwizard.com. And of course, supporting the channel in all the ways. Subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell button, do these meditations. Follow Path of the Thunder Wizard on Facebook. Share all of those links on your social media Subscribe to the thunderwizard.com Patreon site at whatever level you want, at least at the Fan of the Thunder Wizard page level. Go to the shop, thunderwizard.com, for any of your energy practice needs. And please remember that I do need your support. Thank you for Bill 33 for the $10 you've just given. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support very much. Thank you to all of you who are subscribed and are supporting the channel, and especially everybody who's coming to these meditations and doing them. So in your spare time, when you have time, send out the intention for this channel to go viral. I want to do these meditations. We've got hundreds, thousands, millions of people. Let us not stop until we achieve the Solar Flash Ascension event. Let's just keep doing it. Trust me, there are things going on when we're doing these meditations that we might not see on the surface of things. Many of the things we are going to see. Keep your eyes out on what's happening on social media. Look for the powers that be as they backpedal and they start to admit the lies when they're confronted in the lies. There's going to be continued tension, craziness in the politics. But remember, the goal is to completely bring down all of this third dimension. That means to bring down all of the banks, bring down all of the governments, bring down all of the elite billionaires who are running everything, to give all of the resources and all of the wealth back to human beings. And eventually we can get rid of all of that. And hopefully sometime between now and then, we will shift into a higher dimensional state. Keep doing these practices. If you're doing the 90-day challenge or any of the practices, keep doing them on a daily basis. And there it is. Those are all of my suggestions. Thank you so much. Again, thanks to Bill 33 for the $10. CJ says thank you. And Autumn Rust enjoyed it. Maclovia says that there's thunder outside. And she says nice things. Thank you, Maclovia. Thundra is here. A few other people. All right, that's it. So that's it for now, everybody. Remember, you're the most important being that ever existed. Remember that you are the source of all consciousness, that everything in this universe is here because you created it, and everything is created for your pleasure and your happiness. I myself am dependent upon you for my consciousness and my existence, so I thank you for allowing me to exist, and I bow before the divinity within you. I thank you all for being here. Please take extremely good care of yourselves. Know that I love you very much, and if we don't shift up, I'll see you all very soon. Please take very good care of yourselves. Thank you.